Hello everybody, I'm Chris, Joy Connector, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I have all kinds of content out here, from a spiritual toolkit to readings to movement, and by that I mean movement and meditation, mindful movement, healing movement. I'm a psychic medium and a healer and a counselor of a spiritual sort. So should you wish to have a one-on-one and take a class with me, please visit my website, joyconnector.com, or send me a message here. Welcome in, welcome in. Today, I'm going to do a little reading, a big reading, on the year 2022 and what we can expect month by month. And I'm going to use the Ryder Waite tarot deck, traditional tarot, which I love. And then I'm going to pull an oracle card as the overall theme. So here we go. Are you ready? Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Bossing up time. Okay, my friends. I am going to read reversals. I'll tell you what the cards are once we get there. Get everything out. Very interesting, very interesting. Ooh. Best for last, best for last. Woo! Okay, okay. And let's do a wisdom of the oracle as the overall theme. I'll start there. So 2022 is a 6-year, which is really all about coupling. Ooh, I like this, you guys. We got Breathe. It's a 29 card, which breaks down to 11, which is a master number. That's a very powerful card. That's a very powerful number. The solstice that is coming up next week, if you happen to be watching this in December, today is December 15th, the solstice is on the 21st, and that is, if we look at 12, 21, 21, that's an 11, another master number. So that's a powerful date. So breathe. I'm just going to look this up because I certainly have some ideas about what this is about, but let's just see what Colette Baron-Reid had in mind. She likely has some lovely things to say. Patience, wellness, meditation, trust. Whew, I got a chill on that. A full body chill. Right on, people. Difference between patience and waiting. Waiting is like a child. When am I going to get what I want? When am I going to get what I want? Patience is sitting in trust that it's already here. It's coming at perfect timing, whenever that perfect timing is. Siddipalo. So patience, meditation, wellness, and trust. That is the themes of next year on a high spiritual level. So for me, that's really all about, I think this is all about an upgrade or an evolutionary process. And we're really in a position to let go. I loved how much we've been able to learn about ourselves and collectively over the past, 18 months to 2 years here. And it feels to me like this is a massive letting go between end of November and end of December heading into January, and there'll be a big push for that next week with the solstice and the full moon. So think about it and enjoy. Give yourself some time to rest and relax, and then let's hit the ground running in 2022. So here's what we have for cards, guys. I'm going to read them out and then I'll talk a little bit about the themes. 3 of Pentacles for January. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse for February. King of Wands in reverse for March. April is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The 8 of Pentacles for May. Is that right? That is right. June, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. July, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. August is the Two of Pentacles upright. The World card is September. October is the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. The Star is November. And the Devil in reverse for December. So here's my initial impression. Wow, what a year this is going to be. We have such an opportunity to really start living our dreams and our best life. We really have a great opportunity to do it. We had this amazing slowdown over the past 18 months to 2 years. Amazing slowdown to take a look, to take stock, to release, to grow, to heal, to process, and to make some decisions about how we want to live. Now we get to put that into action. Now it's action or go time. And number one skill set I'm learning, although there's probably a long list, there is a long list, but the number one skill set is my true self is underneath all the uncomfortable emotions. That's my true self. She's there. And so the more I allow myself the freedom to really, truly live a full life of expression, of everything, of all that's in there, the more free, the more happy, the more bold, the more successful, the more enjoyable my life is, the more me I am. So the more I have to give. Yeah, that's what I see mostly for this 2022. So that's courage, that's trust, that's strength, but that's mostly authenticity, living an authentic life. Amen. So January is, this Three of Pentacles for me is about really, how do you want to start living into this, even if it's awkwardly? How do you want to start living life into that freedom, into your true self? And I say awkwardly because I think there's going to be some old mindset. There's going to be a big mindset shift, but some old mindset that kind of shows up almost like old energy, remnants of how we used to behave that we awkwardly let go of, and we're like, that's not me anymore. I don't do that anymore. That's not great for me anymore. And so it means living a new way, learning a new way. It means not being liked as much or liked by everybody, I guess is the best way to put it, which is the first indication. When you're liked by everybody, you're likely not being your true self. And you're probably pretty resentful on some level too. So that's a place to start. That's what I see there. So moving out, shifting out of old patterns and really starting to live into the new commitments you've made for yourself, that you've learned lessons in over the past year or two. Then we have the Four of Swords in reverse. This is like putting this into action. It's getting out of the rest mode and out of the thinking, out of the integration, and more into the living. That's what I see for February. How do you step more into your living? King of Wands in reverse. This is an interesting one. I looked at this for the month of March. This King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands is really all about a kind of big passion, living big passion. And I'd try to see, where am I not living in my passion? Where am I living out of obligation? And how can I bring more of my passion to life? Really? How can I bring and become the master of my passions in balance in life? Okay, April, Page of Pentacles in reverse. I would really look at Page of Pentacles. The way I think about this is how, this is a good question for the month. How can you bring more to the world? What are you putting out in the world, and what are you holding yourself back from? Where are you making yourself small out of fear? What are the ways? How can you more deeply validate yourself? For me, it's through more self-expression and just more time on my own to get to know myself better, to know what's really important for me, and then I know what I want to put out in the world, and I get to really validate that and support myself in the journey. Validation and support. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Not coming from out there, you guys. That's when we get into trouble. Okay. Putting in the work. That's what I really see for, I think that would be May, right? Yeah, putting in the work, the Eight of Pentacles. Do the deal on a day-to-day basis. Get in there, and discipline breeds wild success. It's not what you think, it's what you do on a consistent basis that creates your life. It's not what we sit back and change in there, it's what we put out there. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I kind of see this as a relationship card. The Queen of Pentacles is typically the wife. And in reverse, I look at it as consideration of balance in partnership. What kind of partner do you want to be? How have you been showing up? It's our greatest resentment is usually the deepest emotional need we have that we need to meet for ourselves. That's usually our greatest resentment against a partner, our deepest emotional need. So I'd ask myself, how am I meeting it? How am I denying myself of it is usually the question. How am I denying myself of this need? Because if I'm denying it, I'm not serving it. I'm not giving space to it. And that's so much of what it is, just honoring it by giving it enough voice, time, attention, care. Think about that. Okay, Eight of Swords in reverse. This for me is starting to get into motion and out of that stuck mode. The more, here's what I see as a beautiful perspective on healing. The more I take ownership over myself and really see this broad spectrum of choices, it's all choices, then there's really no room for blame. There's no room for it. That also doesn't mean that all the hurts I have are my fault. They're not. But it is my responsibility over how I want to take care of them and how I want to care for, how I cope with it, how I assimilate it, how I integrate it, how I clear it, what I do with that hurt now. That's on me. So I see shifting out of that mindset. No more victimhood. No more victimhood. And what kind of freedom that affords us. Page of Pentacles, and this is August. I'd really look at this as, are you juggling too much? What are you juggling? What are you going between? If nature is about perfect balance and bringing us back into balance, then what am I juggling? And how well am I creating that balance within myself? A wonderful tool that brings me back to balance is movement, because I get to integrate and be in my body, feel all of what's coming up there, and really access a joy for myself that I can't by just sitting here, that I can't by any other means. So how are you juggling that? How are you bringing yourself back into balance? The world is a cycle. I see cycles ending in September. September is always like, as we head into fall, I think it is like a shutting down or a closing down, but it's also the start of school years often for kids, so it's kind of a fresh start. What are you closing out as a cycle after these past 9 months? I do a mini review every month and have a focus and attention, and I included that in a transformation program for my students, my participants, my Joy Connectors from July to December this past year, 2021. The latter half of the year is an amazing time to kind of look back and say, what's happening? What kind of progress am I making? September, I think, is that midway point where you really get to take a look at that. So consider that. Then we have fresh starts. Ta-da! Beautiful. Ace of Cups. Fresh starts of love, abundance. Abundance. Heavenly divine timing at work in October. Heavenly divine timing. So remember that patience that we talked about? Maybe keep in mind, oh, it's coming. It's coming. October might actually be a brilliant time for that. And it might surprise you. Don't lose hope. What comes right after that? The healing card in November, the star. So I love that. It's all about hope and healing. So if there is some fresh starts in October, there's likely some endings in cycles in September with that World card. How are you integrating that? What have you let go of? What are you starting up new? And then finally, Devil in reverse. Devil for me is obsession and unhealthy behaviors of one form or another. It's also toxic relationships, which are really just our own patterns that don't work, but that can bond us to others and attract us to others in ways that harms both of us. That's how I look at toxic relationships. They also are great opportunities to break open, break free, and heal us, because pain, as we know, is the touchstone of spiritual growth. So December ending on that note for me could be a deeper look at, especially with the star card just preceding that, what am I healing and letting go of? We all have toxic behavior of one form or another. Hopefully we're becoming aware of it, working on it, and letting it go in cycles, and learning more all the time. So that's what I see. I want to just bring us back to breathe. Breathe. What is your daily practice? What's your daily discipline? That is what will be creating your life. And there is never a more important time to do that than right now. Even if it's looking at the first 3 minutes of the day and the last 3 minutes of your day, how you set yourself up for either rest or what you're producing and doing all day long. 3 minutes. Can't think of anything really more important. What are those rituals that are creating your life? The consistency will bring that there. So think about that, you guys. Patience, wellness, peace, trust. I wish you a wonderful 2022. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, please drop me a message. Please like and subscribe if this video spoke to you, if this content speaks to you. Let me know what else you'd like to see. But if you'd like a personal reading, reach out and I can get that set up for you. We still have a few spots before the end of the year. If you're watching this next year, let me know how it resonated and how much it came true for you. Tarot is really here for guidance. It's here to give us a little bit of insight, but it's by no means a one-size-fits-all, nor is it, a diagnostic tool. It's really just here to give us a little bit of perspective and insight, should that be something you're seeking. Okay, my friends. Chris McClellan, the Joy Connector, signing out. Take good care. Bye.